News Extra continues right here on KUAM. On Friday the 7th, the island's first ever cash mob will take place. And here to tell us exactly about what the heck a cash mob is and how you can participate are Buy Local Ad Chair Jay Rojas and GITA Program Coordinator Natalia Faculo. Happy holidays to you both.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Okay, so let's not even beat around the bush. What is a cash mob?
Go ahead, Tal.
Basically, we grab a group of people, we want them to come out and get together, and we choose a venue and we go and mob the place. So basically bring $5 with you. We go coffee shops, restaurants, anything you can think of in one center location, and have everyone go out and buy, you know, jewelry, anything.
So I've seen like a fairly interesting uptake already on Facebook about this. So people are thinking cash mob in relation to flash mob, and flash mob being there entertaining other people. Cash mob is a bunch of people going there and giving money to the businesses.
Right.
Absolutely.
So kind of like
supporting our local businesses.
Okay.
Yes.
Absolutely. It's you know, one of the things that we're planning on doing is something called a shot cash mob. So the establishment that we're going to be hitting up on Friday, they don't even know that it's going to be happening. So it's going to be a surprise for them to be able to see all these individuals that are coming in just to patronize their establishment, just as a surprise.
So are there ways to get involved? Like maybe certain people say, like, I'm really into coffee and I've got, you know, I can guarantee 15 or 20 of my friends want to come with me and we'll also be into coffee. Or maybe people might be into magazines or comic books or stuff like that, or video games.
That's actually how we're going to start it off. I mean, this is the first one, so we're basically looking at a low value type thing. We're looking at a way for all the kids to be able to come armed with $5, for instance. Some of the things that we're going to start pushing as we start pushing the Guam Cash Mob on Facebook and on Twitter is, hey, here's a list of 10 different establishments that we want to hit up. Why don't you guys help us vote as to which establishment we're going to be able to hit up at this time? So we're going to get a little bit more involved with the community that's out there to make it a little bit more interesting.
And this is probably going to be the official cash mob. Do you think this may spawn other like viral groups and people start doing this on their own? Or?
We hope so.
Hope so.
I mean, that's exactly what we want to do, is to be able to support the economy, and any little influx or any little infusion of a small dollar amount is going to help us.
I'm imagining what the genesis of this whole project was. Like, you know, a bunch of people, like including yourselves, like sitting around a big conference table, you know, like here on Guam, of course, the 6-foot picnic table, and like saying, how can we kind of capitalize on, you know, like the sense of community that we have and everything? So how did you guys come up with this?
I'd love to take the credit, but I can't. One of the members actually sent us a little email saying, hey, you know what, this just went on in some, you know, Midwestern town. Wouldn't it be great for us to be able to do this in the economy here? So we brought it into our ad hoc committee meeting. And at that point, you know, that's exactly where the conversation, why don't we start here? Why don't we do this? Why don't we keep it a surprise so that we won't tell anyone what we're going to hit until the day we actually hit it? So come Thursday, we're actually going to come out with a press release saying this is the location we're going to be meeting at. So from there, we're then going to tell everybody what the actual establishment is that we're going to hit.
And people, each participant has to bring $5 with them. I'm sure there's no ceiling as far as if people want to bring more.
Absolutely not.
Okay. Is that maybe like a membership fee if they just show up and they're like, hey, I got $5, you know, can I be in?
Not really.
No,
I mean,
just, you know, we're there to support the businesses, and that's what it's about, is stimulating our local economy and being there to approach these local businesses.
All right, very cool. So let's talk growth and everything. How do you see this maybe getting bigger, getting more responsive?
We'd love to basically have it essentially once a quarter. As far as this week is concerned, the more people that we can get, the better. Planning the actual date and the time was actually pretty tricky for us. Luckily, December 7th is a Gov Guam holiday. Schools are out. It's also a Gov Guam payday. Most businesses are going to be closing early because of the Immaculate Conception celebration that's going to be happening on Saturday, December 8th. So we just thought that might be a good time for us to be able to hit this up and to actually start it off. And
how are the privileged few businesses, how are they selected, and what committee goes into that, and like who brings the gavel down and says, okay, these are what businesses we're going to hit, and in this order?
Well, we started off with essentially companies who actually have committed to buying local. Of course, they really should be a locally owned and operated company. They should be a company that actually is either, you know, struggling to be able to make ends meet, and or a company who does actually give back to the community as much as they can. So we take a look at these companies and kind of say, all right, fine, you know what? So, you know, company A might rank higher than company B, but company C might be a better hit for us this time. So, you know, we can kind of look at it at this point. The biggest factor in choosing this week's cash mob establishment is we needed some place that people could actually buy something for $5. Yeah.
Hint, hint. And of course, that's going to be a secret kept tighter than who shot JFK.
Exactly, until December 7th at 4 p.m.
Okay, so I guess in closing, is there anything that maybe people out there want to know? Because like you said, I mean, the virality of this is kind of like the key, and you would hope that it would spread, people on its own. If people want to organize these by themselves, what should they be thinking about?
That's a good question.
Well, location, how many people, and basically how to get the word out there. We have Facebook, we have Twitter.
And we'll do more than we can to be able to promote something that somebody does put together.
Very cool.
Absolutely. I mean, we're there for support. Like, it's not a matter of, we have to do all the planning. It's the more help we can get, the better.
Yes.
So you guys can be the Cash Mob incubator.
Absolutely.
Yes.
There you go. All right, capitalizing the Silicon Valley thing. All right, well, thanks a lot, Jay and Natalia. Good work.
Thank you.
All right, and stay tuned because we will be back. Good work from us, hopefully, when we return.